So as a first-time home buyer, my wife and I were really trying to figure out, this is the biggest financial purchase of our lives together. My wife and I feared that we'd make a mistake in a huge life decision like this. When we started looking for our home, Brian took us to a whole variety of different kinds of options that we could, that may fit our lifestyle and what we were looking for. And it was interesting going through that process, looking at each different home, and then finding the one that we really wanted, and then him also level setting to us. You know, you don't always win in a sort of a competitive bid situation that oftentimes these home situations get into. And to come out and be able to win that home against multiple different bidders, Brian had a huge say-so in how that actually unfolded. Again, he doesn't make decisions for you, but he outlines all your options on how to go about making those decisions. And I think, again, that's the role of the trusted advisor that Brian represents. And also, after we got into the home, there's all these different negotiations that have to occur to get to the finish line. And we hit some problems. We hit some roadblocks. Thank goodness Brian was there. He had a relationship with the other realtor. We were able to work things out with the previous owner, and we got through it very smoothly. I think if Brian wasn't a part of the process, I'm not sure what the outcome would have been. As we moved into our new home, his network of resources to really be as a first-time buyer getting into our home and all the different things that you don't think about, he had already thought about all of them. He was a veteran of helping people get into their homes, and that again added so much value for us, both short-term and even long-term, because he mapped out a plan for us, is that one day this might not be our home, and then what? And then what do you want to do? And how do you think about the upkeep of your home? And again, these are the tools and the assets and the resources that Brian brings as a trusted advisor to someone buying a home. Why you should use Brian Chancellor is pretty simple for me. Most people, it's the biggest financial transaction of their life. You have to understand the products, you have to understand what you're buying into. And Brian is an expert in that department. But you also need someone who's going to steady the ship and give you sound advice throughout all the different elements of the process. And again, he is a veteran, he's an expert, and he's proven to do that for his clients. It's a no-brainer to choose Brian.